Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Chicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today we're going to talk about how to travel cheaply to Bariloche, how to make a trip to Argentina, saving a lot on everything, on lodging, tours, transportation, tickets, food, travel insurance, chip, in short, all the tips you need to know to plan your trip to Bariloche, saving as much as possible on everything. And yes, you can travel there much cheaper than people usually do. So guys, enjoy the video. Don't forget to give us that like, that's very important for us. So give us that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, Bariloche is not such a cheap destination sometimes of the year. I'll give here the tip of the seasons and you will see that you can save money according to the month. But in general, for those who like to ski and see the snow, it's a place that's a little bit expensive, guys, because of the demand. Everyone wants to go there to ski. It's a very popular destination, but there are plenty of hotel options, tours. There are several tips that we can use to save as much as possible on our trip there. So let's go to the tips on the next part. The first tip is the most important of all, is the high season, low season, which months is it when you go to Bariloche. Here's the thing, guys, thinking about value and economy, the summer months are the cheapest. It's much cheaper to travel to Bariloche in the summer from December to February. Gabriel, but it's worth going to Bariloche in the summer. I thought it was only in winter. It's worth it. It's a very beautiful place. You just won't really get the snow, you won't get to ski, but the natural beauty of Bariloche is amazing. The lakes, the forests, there are lots of trails, scenery, viewpoints. It's a very beautiful place, very nice to eat, to walk around, to visit in the summer. It's the cheapest time, you will save a lot of money, but if you really want to go skiing in this high season, then the months of July and August are the most expensive. It's much more popular, it's more crowded, everything is more expensive, so there's that issue. If you want to go in the snow, there's another suggestion. Okay guys, if you want to save money and want to see the snow, you want to go skiing, there are the months of June and September, which are outside of July and August. That are June and September, which still have snow, you can ski, and it's still a little cheaper than July and August. So Bariloche is a place that varies a lot according to the season, right? And everything changes. The price of the hotels, even the tickets to go up there on the tours on Cerro Catedral are more expensive in high season. So the choice of the month is the main point that will determine the budget of your entire trip, guys. And now talking about lodging, you can save a lot with lodging. Bariloche is a place that has a lot of hotel options, okay guys? There are also a lot of apartments. Everyone calls it Airbnb, but you can rent it in several other places, so there are several options. Our recommendation, if you want to save money, the Civic Center is the best place to stay in Bariloche. In our opinion, it's the best place of all. And why? You are close to all the restaurants, supermarkets, exchange houses. You'll be right in the center of town. That's where the Bariloche city life is, and the hotels are a little bit cheaper. There are some areas, if you walk a little bit towards the avenue on the side of the map which faces the lake, it's a very beautiful area with an incredible landscape. There are much nicer hotels, but they are more expensive. There is the base of Cerro Catedral, which is for those who like to ski, to stay close to the mountain. That's where you go up by cable car to ski. It's a little more expensive. The cheapest place is the Civic Center, right? It's this map that you see on the screen. If you stay there, there are very cheap options. For those who are going to go in large groups, take a look also at apartments, not so much hotels, which sometimes may have a cheaper option, but you can look for everything. It's a very nice center that has everything there. And a tip, this map you're seeing here, I made it, personalize it in a website. I'll leave here below in the description of the video, in the first fixed comment, the link to the map. Just click on it, it will open, then you close it, enter the date of your trip, put in search, and set it to show the map again. It will open the same map with the dates of your trip, with the prices, the hotels, apartments. It has everything. And you can go there through the filter, putting hotels, apartments. What's the big tip? We always manage to save a lot of money with a very cool tip. This website, guys, is the largest hotel search engine in the world. I'm sure you know it. It's where we always make reservations, get the best prices, and they have a tool that's very good because it's one of the biggest. They have a very good negotiation with almost all the hotels, which is free cancellation. So you see, booking in advance is what saves you the most on hotels, especially in Bariloche. So if you see a nice hotel on the date of your trip, make a reservation, guys. You will see that in 2-3 weeks these prices already go up the hill and will skyrocket. So the sooner the cheaper. It's always a way for you to save a lot here in Bariloche. And as it has free cancellation with most hotels, if you need to change the trip, the place, the date, it's just a click. There's no bureaucracy, you don't spend anything, but use this website. Take a look at it. You'll be able to save a lot in advance, and this is the free cancellation tip. And as everybody asks, I'll leave also the link of the hotel we have already stayed there. It's very nice, a very good cost, super well located in the middle of downtown. Check it out, you will like it. And there is another one at the foot of the mountain near Cerro Catedral for those who want to focus on skiing. It's a little bit more expensive, but even so, it's a very good price, a very cost-effective hotel. Take a look at both, compare the prices, but with this, you can save a lot of money. And taking the opportunity of the Civic Center, this region is the best to stay for those who want to save money. Let's also talk about how to save money with food in Bariloche. Of course, there are those restaurants that are delicious. You have to go to one or another to try the fondue, their Argentinian cuisine, the meats are great, hot chocolate, their beer is incredible, but everything's a little bit more expensive. Of course, you are in a touristic place, it's a city that has a lot of demand. A tip to save a lot of money is, as you will be staying in the Civic Center, there are many markets there. There's even a Carrefour near Mitre Street. Mitre Street, you will hear a lot about it, which is the main street in this downtown. It's where there are many chocolate stores, markets, currency exchange stores, restaurants, and where there's the most movement of people. There's even a Carrefour there, so when you arrive on the first day, go to the market, buy a lot of things, water, soda, snacks, you know, that is cereal bars, cheese, whatever, because with this you end up saving a lot by buying at the supermarket instead of buying on the street at the stores, which ends up being a little more expensive. And now we go to transportation, how to save money in transportation in Bariloche. Guys, when you arrive in Bariloche, there are some options, right? Or you can rent a car, which is a nice option. I just think it's a little complicated in the very high season months when there's also a lot of snow. You have to pay attention to driving, you have to go on the tracks that are more calm, to go to the mountains a little more complicated. But the rest of the year, guys, all the other months, including the summer, renting a car is very nice because you will save money with the tours. Even with the car, you will do all the tours to Circuito Chico, which is an incredible circuit that you will go through many beautiful landscapes. You go on the trails, you go up, you go to these hills, which is Cerro Catedral, and also Cerro Otto, which are the viewpoints where you go up by cable car. You can do all of this by car. There is the parking beforehand, so you can get around pretty well. And car rental, if you are with 3 or 4 people, is sometimes cheaper than hiring an agency to do the tours, the cabs. So I think the car rental is a very nice way. Okay, guys, I'll talk about the others here, but who wants to do some research, because sometimes depending on the season, car rental is not expensive. You can split it among all the people and don't go directly to the car rental companies. Okay, guys, this is the golden tip. If you want to rent a car, I'll leave here below a website that's a price comparator. It's amazing. Get in there, you will get in 5 seconds all the prices, all the cars in the main rental companies in Bariloche, most of them already at the airport. You will also save with transportation because you would have to pay a cab to go from the airport to the hotel. So you get the car there and they compare all of them and find unbeatable prices. It's cheaper on this comparator, guys, than directly at the car rental company. So take a look. You only need your national driver's license and a credit card to be able to make the reservation. But car rental can surprise you and you end up saving a lot if you do the tours on your own together with the people who are traveling with you. For those who don't want to rent a car, there are some other options, okay guys. There's the cab in town. It's not very cheap, but you can use it. You can go from one place to the other. The cab works very well. And there's also their bus network. You get a card, you recharge. There are buses that go from the center to Cerro Catedral, to the main tourist attractions. This is the cheapest way, okay, but being very honest, passing an honest opinion that I always give here, from what we saw there and from the reports of several people, you can search on the internet, you will see the buses are very old. The structure is a little bad. They are crowded with people. Sometimes you have equipment, you want to go to the mountain, you want to go to Cerro Catedral. They are kind of bad transportation. They say that's every 30 minutes, but there are many people reporting that's taking 45 minutes. So it's a problem. You can have problems. Those who want to save as much as possible can risk it and try. Research beforehand because there is this option, but I thought that for the problem it might be worth to plan well. Share a cab with some people, try to see with some tour agency, but there is this option that are, okay, the buses that take you from the center to the main tourist spots. There. And guys, quickly, any questions you may have about your trip, send me and I'll really try to help you, okay? It's even faster and easier. Add me on Instagram @PyLorenzi. Send me a direct message that I'll really try to help you, and take the time to follow us there because we're always traveling around the world, showing travel tips in a very cool way and our routine with our little ones who are a blast. And we are living in Orlando now, here in the United States, so we post a lot from here, and we have a new channel here on YouTube, Familia Lorenzi. Give us a hand. We show our routine here in the United States, the Disney parks, which is right next door. We go there all the time, shopping, outlets, stores, and a lot of cool stuff. And now, how to save money with the tours in Bariloche. For those who are not going to rent a car, another great way to do everything is to go with an agency. There are agencies there, a lot of agencies that do the tours, okay? So there are places, there are companies that pick you up from your hotel, take you to the place, do the tour, usually with a guide. It's a nice option. I like it a lot. I think it ends up giving a more cultural tone. The guide explains it to you. You end up having a greater immersion in the Argentinian culture in Bariloche. There is a very good place. I always like to buy before, okay guys? In my experience, buying in advance on the internet is always cheaper than buying there on the spot, and there's a very nice website. I'll leave it here below also in the description and in the first comment, which is the second, I think, the biggest website in the world. They are very good. I like them because the price is always very good, and now they have other languages. You can have your payments done in several ways. You don't pay the 6% IOF that you would pay, so in the end you save a lot. It has worked very well. I'll leave here, take a look. There are many options. The tours I recommend that I think are very cool, the Circuito Chico is very cool. Do a search there. For those who want to save a lot of money, they have a free tour, which is a free tour. It's very cool. It goes through the main regions of the lake, the viewpoints, those beautiful landscapes of Bariloche. It's more or less a mini Chico circuit, which is a very nice circuit to do as well, and it's free. Of course, you have to tip the guide at the end. He's a very nice guide, but take a look that they have this free tour that they earn by tipping at the end, but it's a way to save money and see the main tourist attractions in Bariloche. There is the Bariloche panoramic tour. This tour is very nice, guys. It lasts for 4 hours. It's very cheap. They take you to see the main viewpoints, the lakes. One person goes with you. It's kind of like the free tour, but a little bit cooler. There is a tour that I highly recommend you to do, which is to visit. It's called the 7 Lakes. It's the 7 Lakes route. Guys, it is beautiful and incredible. You go to San Martin de los Andes, which is an incredible place. It's 400 kilometers round trip, okay? It's a long way, but if you have a car, you can go. It's beautiful. There are all the points, maps for you to stop, and it's very easy to go by car. The road, guys, is the most beautiful thing in the world. And there's also the tour by agency, which lasts about 10 hours with guides in several languages. The cool thing about this website, guys, is that they have many tours with guides in several languages, which helps a lot. English, Spanish, and Portuguese, they are 3 languages. So there's the tour that goes through everything. There's another tour that is also very nice, which is the complete private tour of Bariloche. This is the name. So divide this amount by people. It's a private tour just for you, where you will see all the main points of Bariloche in one day. For those who have little time, this tour is perfect. You will see all the main points, viewpoint. It's spectacular. I highly recommend it, guys. There is also the boat tour, so you will see there are many tours in Bariloche that's moved by excursion. The trip to Cerro Catedral, which is the main one, which is the ski center, the biggest ski center in the southern hemisphere. So everybody goes there. There is Cerro Otto. So for all these, you need to organize yourself well and see if you're going to rent a car to do most of them, if you're going to get an agency. So organize yourself well, but using the car comparator and using the website, you have a lot of things done. A super important item, guys, is the international travel insurance. It was mandatory until now for Argentina because of the pandemic. Now it's not mandatory anymore, but we think it's essential. It came out of your country, guys. Get one. It's very good. It's cheap. It covers you for everything that can happen, from medical expenses, accidents that can happen, especially in Bariloche. Bariloche has mountains, it has snow, it has roads, it has forests. Something can happen, so be prepared. Take out insurance. There are cheaper insurances. People don't have much notion of the price, but there are good and very cheap ones. I'll leave here below a website that's a comparator, just like the car comparator. It compares all travel insurance companies and finds the very cheap prices at half the price that many travel agencies charge. It's cheaper than the insurance companies themselves. It's the same comparator scheme. Use the comparators, you get insurance that goes for 5 days of traveling, $11, $13, great insurance. So get one, don't miss out, because something might happen there, and these things cost a fortune. Another tip is to save money on clothes. The clothes there are obviously not cheap, especially the winter clothes. So if you're going there, especially in the cold, in a freezing season or in high season, you're going to need equipment. Boots, thermal pants, thermal clothes underneath, the jacket, and the snow pants that are waterproof, they don't get wet, a cap, gloves, all these things, guys, you're going to need. My recommendation, buy beforehand in your country. Do some research. There are many good stores. There is Decathlon, which is an international chain that has them in almost every country. It's very nice. There are a lot of nice clothes, and you will pay a little bit more than in Bariloche. Chile is a place that has cheap ski clothes. It's very nice. If you're going to Santiago, there are people who do that. Go to Santiago de Chile, which is close to Bariloche, and then to Bariloche. You can try to buy there, but try to buy before, because in Bariloche it's usually a little more expensive and you don't waste time in the stores. The stores sometimes get full, especially in high season, so buy everything beforehand to save money. Research the season you're going, the weather, what clothes you need, but try to buy it beforehand. So I think you can save money following these tips right here. And the currency, how to save a lot with the exchange rate. Argentina works differently than the others, okay? The tip that we give for Argentina is only for Argentina. So what happens? Currently, the best way to change the exchange is you change there. There are, for those who don't know, the casas de cambio, which are kind of informal places that sell the dollar, the parallel peso. They call it dollar blue, peso blue, which is another exchange rate. If you go today and check the exchange rate of the Argentinian peso on Google, anywhere, if you get there with the money and exchange your dollar for Argentinian pesos, you will get a rate that's double, half the value. It's, for example, if you look at the current exchange rate in the exchange houses or in Google here, one Argentinian peso today, $1 is equivalent to 144 Argentinian pesos, right? If you go to these parallel houses, this exchange blue, with $1 you get approximately 280 Argentinian pesos. It's double, guys. It's a phenomenon that only happens in Argentina, so try the two options. Change your money there. I think it's a little risky because the places are, you have to go to metro streets. They are kind of hidden places, you know. It's kind of informal. I get a little worried about counterfeit bills, so research it well beforehand. But one way that has appeared now that everybody's doing, there's a company called Western Union. It's not a publication. I'm not making any money. It's because it's really worth it. It's a very good company, a giant company. They have stores in several cities around the world, Bariloche, Buenos Aires. They have several pickup locations there. You send the money from your country to your Western Union account, and it takes 3 days to arrive. When you go there, you have to look for a Western Union store and withdraw your money. They're using this exchange rate. Nobody understands why, but everybody's taking advantage of it and doing it. So research, see if it's still worth it. But this is a very good tip. It will make you save half of the amount you would buy, guys. It's a lot of money. It's a really absurd saving, so pay attention to the exchange rate, which is one of the items that makes you save a lot in your Argentinian trip. It's better for you to get double the price, so you get more money to spend during your trip. And now the travel tip, how to use the phone in Bariloche. Nowadays you need to stay connected. It's very difficult to travel and not have your cell phone connected to the internet. You need to either activate the international roaming from your phone company in your country, which is usually more expensive, guys. It's a more expensive option. There are sometimes some promotions, one or the other makes a plan, but take a good look because it's really more expensive. Or you can buy a travel tip. It's the option that almost everybody's doing. You can either get there and buy it there. It's a little bit cheaper, you will save a little bit, but you will have to go to the store, communicate in Spanish, configure, you lose a few hours of your day, which I think is precious. What I like to do, I like to always buy before in my country, so I enter a website there. There are some very good companies that deliver the chip. I'll leave here the one we have been using for years. I only use their chip. They have an electronic chip now, the eSIM. You can go there, buy your plan, you will receive a QR code by email, you install it, it's over. You go to Bariloche with your cell phone working, use the internet. I think it's the easiest and most guaranteed way to use the internet, but there are some other options. Research well and see which one's the best. And down here in the description of the video, I'll leave all the links organized, okay? Which are the places that we have discovered over the years, which are the cheapest, which sell each service for the lowest price. Use the links to make your trip. You will see that you will save a lot of money and it will be much cheaper there than it would be in the traditional, conventional way of organizing your entire trip. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us that like. It really helps us out. And don't forget to watch the other videos that are very good. I'll leave the playlist here with all the other videos from Bariloche in Argentina for you to watch. So thanks a lot, guys. Have nice trips and I'll see you next video.